Hi, I'm Gary the Water Guy, and I own the Water eStore and the Water Store in Midland, Ontario. Today we're talking about installing a Viqua 3-piece high-flow filter housing. Now, if you're not sure if this kind of system is right for you, or you'd like to get some more information about it, just click the link up here. That'll take you right to a review that I do on this filter housing. So these are very popular for cottages or homes, whole homes type systems, because they're a high-flow system. So this is a 4.5-inch diameter filter. It's available in 10-inch like this one here, or if you want to go with the larger 20-inch, this is also available like this. These filters are often called big blue filters. So if you've heard of that terminology, that's what this is. So the first thing you need to decide of is where you're going to locate this filter housing. So if you're on a well water or surface water type system, then you're going to want to make sure the filter housing gets installed after the pressure tank, but before water treatment equipment. Especially if you're installing this as a pre-filter for an ultraviolet light, this filter housing would go just before the ultraviolet light. If you're on a municipal system and you want to remove chlorine from your water, then this would be installed after the water softener, and you'd put a carbon filter in here. Again, a standard 10-inch, 4.5-inch diameter or big blue water filter inside here. Okay, so then the next thing you're going to figure out is where you're going to mount this. So you're going to have to put a piece of either plywood on the wall or some solid wood where you can put the mounting bracket. And then you're going to run the pipe up to this. So this has 1-inch inlet and 1-inch outlet. So if your plumbing is 3/4 inch or 1/2 inch, you're going to have to get a bushing, something like this. This is a 1-inch by 3/4 inch bushing that you can use to adapt to your plumbing. And the other thing you're going to have to think about is a shutoff before the filter housing and a shutoff after. So if you already have a shutoff before, maybe coming out of your pressure tank or something like that, that's fine. You won't need to add a second one. However, you will need to add one after. And the reason is when you're doing filter changes in the future, you want to make sure you can isolate this area by shutting off these two valves so that all the water from the house doesn't drain all the way back through this whole system while you're doing the filter change, which is a huge pain. Okay, so once you're at this stage, you've used Teflon tape for all of the threaded fittings to make sure you get a nice tight seal. And then what you're going to do is you can put the filter inside the housing. Now there is an O-ring at the top here, and I always suggest you use plumber's clear silicone grease on that O-ring. And I might want to mention at this time, we do offer discount pricing and free shipping on these systems. If you want to go here to a link to our website, it'll take you right to that. And we also have the silicone grease on there too. So then what you're going to want to do is put the filter inside the housing. And like I say, it's a 3-piece housing. So this is the ring. And you just feed that up inside there. Hold the ring up. And then you start tightening that. And you can get it pretty much hand tight this way. You probably won't get it all the way on hand tight, but you can get most of it. But it comes with this wrench that you can use to finish the tightening process. All right, so you would actually make that tight. I don't want to bore you during this video watching me turning that. But once you've got this tight, then you're going to want to open up the first valve, leaving this one closed. Having this one closed, you're going to want to open up this valve. Now, I would turn the water on, and then I would open up this valve slightly so it starts to fill, and then you can check for leaks. If there's no leaks, then you can open this up all the way. Once you've done that, you could open up this valve all the way, like so. And then you go to somewhere where there's a high water flow. Bathtub is great, laundry sink is great, something like that, and let the water run. So you want to make sure that any debris that might have been introduced during this whole installation process is flushed out from that faucet before you start turning on all the other faucets that have little screens in them and things like that might become clogged. Wherever you're running the water at the end, make sure you let it run for at least 2 or 3 gallons of water, because you want to make sure that you flush all the fines out of this filter. Especially if you're using a carbon filter, the water might be quite gray. Let the water run till it clears, and then you're good to go. If you're not sure which sediment filter is the right one for you, I've got a link up here to a great YouTube video that helps you with the whole process of deciding which one is the right one for your family. And that's it. If you like what you saw today, please click the subscribe button. That way you'll be notified about all the new videos that become available on this channel. I'd also really appreciate it if you could share this video with your Facebook friends. If you'd like some more information, go to our websites, either thewaterestore.com or thewaterstoremidland.com. And again, I'm Gary the Water Guy from the Water Store in Midland, Ontario. Thanks for watching.